So, how do you know whether or not your heart is deceived?
There again, the testimony, the Spirit says in Romans, it said, the Lord himself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. To bear witness means within the heart, he says to you, you are mine. You belong to me. The Lord said in one place, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. Well, there's lots of shepherds and there's lots of sheep. He said there's good shepherds, there's bad shepherds. He has one he calls the good shepherd. The Lord himself is the only one that bears that title. All others are shepherds. Some of them do a pretty good job, some don't. Some are thieves and liars. Some are deceivers. Some mistreat the sheep. Some butcher the sheep, steal the sheep. But the Lord says, my sheep hear my voice. So all we can say is when our heart is in agreement with God, he tunes our ears to hear his voice so that we can somehow within the inward man, which is kind of hard to describe in an outward form, but within ourselves, we can get that sense of testimony from the Spirit that says, this is true, you can rely on this. And there's a hope that's there. One way we know is that when we're listening to lies, there's always a sense of fear and doubt that's with it. I wonder if this is really true. And there's a little bit of a worry and a fear. But when we listen to the Spirit of God, there's a confidence that comes that gives us peace, and we can feel good about what we're doing, knowing the Lord's behind it and not to be afraid.
What did Brother McGlenn say about that?
Yeah. An old friend, Doug McGlenn, he died years ago, but he said when he hears something or sees something, he either gets what he called the warm, fuzzy feeling or the icky brown feeling. The icky brown feeling, you can imagine what he meant by that. Something that just doesn't seem right. Something's not right here, and he feels that inwardly. I don't think I want to go here. But the warm fuzzy said, I feel good about this. And the Lord will give you that. Now the enemy will also attempt to do that because the enemy is a deceiver. But the enemy cannot portray truth. He can simulate truth, but a simulation is never real. And somehow within that simulated truth will come that icky brown feeling when you'll say, I don't think I want to go here. Mm-hmm. And so we can look to God, and there's nothing wrong with if there's a question. The Lord says if you lack wisdom, if you're not sure, why not ask God? Is this really true? And the Lord is faithful. He'll give us an answer there.
I believe there's a lot of deceivers in the world, and I think there's false prophets, and it's hard to navigate that sometimes.
Yes.
But are you saying that the Lord himself can be a filter in our lives today to be able to tell what the truth is, what the way is?
Certainly. A friend of mine one time was in Israel, and he told me that he was watching on someplace. There were two roads that crossed, and there was a shepherd bringing a flock of sheep down one of the roads, and another one was bringing a flock down another road that was going to cross. And the two flocks crossed at exactly the same time. And so the sheep were passing right through the group, and as they were going, each shepherd was talking to his flock of sheep, just talking to them. And all the sheep that followed that shepherd stayed right with him, and all that were with the other stayed right with him because they were hearing the voice of their shepherd. And not one sheep turned and mixed in with the others. They just went right through each other. And so the Lord says, my sheep hear my voice, and they follow me. Now, to try to explain that to someone who doesn't believe the Lord, you're going to just waste your ears. They're not going to understand that. But when you are one of his sheep, and you have sensed that speaking of the Spirit, you begin to hear that. And somehow, within the heart, he gives you that confidence to know I can walk behind this one, no matter what that other one may say.
And make sure you don't follow sheep. Make sure you follow the voice of the shepherd, right?
You listen to the shepherd.